Hello, Wildcats. Darius Miller, comparing Billy G, Coach Cal, and Mark Pope, is a bit unusual. Perhaps a shocking revelation for the fans to see that each one contributed and still contributes, as is the case with Pope today. Darius Miller's comparison of Billy Gillespie, John Calipari, and Mark Pope offers a fascinating insight, if not a shocking revelation, to BBN about how three distinct coaches have shaped the Kentucky basketball program over the years. Each brought their own philosophies, styles, and impacts, creating a rich narrative that reflects the different eras of the program. While Gillespie and Calipari are widely recognized figures in the Wildcats' recent history, Mark Pope emerges as a new leader with an innovative style that has generated excitement among players and fans alike. The strengths of the Gillespie era are rooted in its rigorous discipline and focus on fitness. As Darius Miller noted, Gillespie was an old-school coach, prioritizing fitness, strength, and endurance above all else. He wanted his players to be unbeatable in terms of fitness, something that was reflected in his intense practices and aggressive style of play. His approach also had tactical merit, with good X's and O's strategies, but his delivery, as Miller admitted, was lacking. A lack of interpersonal skills and an inability to connect emotionally with players were crucial factors in his short tenure in Lexington. The negatives include a lack of tangible results, going 22-14 in his only full season before being fired. Gillespie failed to elevate the program to the level expected. Additionally, his rigidity and old-fashioned style often alienated players, making it difficult to create cohesive chemistry within the team. While Miller praised the camaraderie of his team during this time, it is clear that Gillespie was not aligned with the modern expectations of Kentucky basketball. Calipari is arguably the most iconic coach of the recent Kentucky era, having transformed the program into a talent factory for the NBA. His positives are undeniable. He brought with him a relentless competitive mentality, creating an environment where the best talent could thrive. Coaching under Calipari was fiercely competitive, as Miller noted, with an iron sharpens iron approach that challenged players to constantly improve. This mentality helped Kentucky win the program's 8th national title in 2012, furthering Calipari's legacy. Another of Calipari's strengths was his ability to attract elite players and allow them to shine within his system. He gave his players the freedom to express their creativity on the court, something that worked well for stars like John Wall, Eric Bledsoe, and Jamal Murray. However, this approach also had its drawbacks. The overemphasis on one-year recruits led to criticism that the program had become more focused on preparing players for the NBA than on building a consistent, long-lasting team. Additionally, the constant pressure to win national titles every year created a highly volatile environment where any failure was widely criticized. When Calipari decided to leave for Arkansas, he left a mixed legacy. On one hand, he took Kentucky to new heights of success and recognition. On the other hand, his departure was seen as a sign that the program needed to reinvent itself, especially after a few disappointing seasons. If Gillespie represented the past and Calipari the present, Mark Pope represents the future of Kentucky basketball. His arrival heralded a new era with an approach that combines data analysis, science, and detailed strategy. Darius Miller describes Pope as a genius of the game, someone who treats basketball like a science. This technical and intentional approach stands in stark contrast to Calipari's more freewheeling style and Gillespie's rigidity. One of Pope's greatest strengths is his ability to put players in positions to succeed. He doesn't just rely on individual talent, but structures the game in a way that allows each player to maximize their abilities within an organized system. This is especially important in a program like Kentucky, where players often have NBA aspirations. By providing a platform that balances technical development with exposure, Pope is creating an environment where athletes can flourish in both the short and long term. Additionally, Pope has demonstrated a unique ability to connect with his players, something Gillespie has often failed to do. His friendly, growth-oriented approach resonates with the athletes, as evidenced by Miller's enthusiasm when commenting on his leadership style. He's also bringing a new energy to the program, which is what everyone wants. Are we with Pope? Of course. Justin Edwards, the former Wildcats forward, who spent just one season at Rupp Arena, is reaping the rewards of his hard work with a new 3-year contract with the Philadelphia 76ers. News that reflects not only the player's raw talent, but also the ability of the Kentucky program, now led by Coach Mark Pope, to prepare athletes for the next level. Edwards' up-and-down trajectory is a testament to the potential that Kentucky basketball continues to cultivate, and his rise to the NBA is a source of pride for BBN. In Lexington, under Calipari, Edwards showed flashes of his explosive talent, but the consistency so essential for an elite prospect was not always present. His lone season at Kentucky was a mix of bright spots and challenges adapting to the intense pace of college basketball. Despite going undrafted, Atitza did not let define his career. He jumped at the chance to sign a 2-way contract with the 76ers, a gateway that required resilience and determination to prove himself. And prove himself he did. During his rookie season in the NBA, Edwards demonstrated that the potential that put him on the radar as one of the best prospects in the country was not just hype. In 44 games, starting 26, the former Wildcat posted solid averages: 10.1 points per game on 45.5% shooting, 3.4 rebounds, 1.6 assists, and 1.0 steals in just over 26 minutes per game. His 36.4% three-point shooting also caught the eye, showing that he could be a threat on the perimeter, a skill that is increasingly valued in the modern NBA. But it was in April that Edwards really took his game to the next level. Posting even more impressive numbers: 14.4 points per game, 45.9% shooting, 37.2% on threes, 3.8 rebounds, 1.9 assists, and 1.2 steals per game. Those numbers not only solidified his place in the Sixers rotation, but also convinced the franchise to convert his 2-way contract to a standard NBA deal back in February. Now, with the news of a new 3-year deal that includes 2 guaranteed years and a salary of more than $4 million over the next 2 seasons, Edwards has reached a significant milestone. Reported by Shams Charania, the deal brings his salary to $2 million next season, a substantial increase that reflects the 76ers' confidence in his potential. This contract is not only a reward for his solid rookie season, but also a vote of confidence in his future as a key player on a team with playoff ambitions in the Eastern Conference. Edwards, with his versatility, athleticism, and ability to improve from game to game, is just beginning to show what he is capable of. His evolution in the NBA is a testament to the fact that Kentucky produces great players. And although Pope is being watched from afar, he is committed to producing new players like that for the NBA, for sure. Comment.